Don't say I didn't warn you. What is up, Fins fans, and welcome to Fins Temporal Focus. This is a late video I'm getting for you, so I've got my Millennium Falcon and my coffee going. But I want to talk about the game. Dolphins get their first win of the season. I warned you guys. I put out a video. I said don't fall for it. Going to talk about that in this game as well. The Jets just absolutely shot themselves in the foot. The turnovers and penalties absolutely killed them. And of course, before I get into anything, of course, I'm sure everybody knows by now, Tyreek Hill out, horrible injury, dislocated knee. He seemed in good spirits. I actually caught a thumbnail or something where it's like, of course he's excited. You know, the Dolphins are so bad, he's ready to get off the field. But I'm not a Tyreek Hill fan. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm not a Tyreek Hill fan. But I do not wish ill on anyone like that. And thoughts and prayers go out to Tyreek. I hope he is okay. It looked extremely bad. They are talking it off as maybe not as bad as what it looked. I even heard 3 to 4 weeks. So I don't know. I'll get more information when I have it. I will give it to you. But tough spot for Tyreek Hill. I really hate it for him. And he was still our leading receiver, even though he got that injury. 6 catches for 67 yards, but we'll get into that. We'll start with the team stats. Total yards, the Jets 404 to the Dolphins 300. And as I go down these, you're going to see the Jets, as far as the numbers goes, it was either even or the Jets actually had higher numbers except for 2. And those 2 numbers killed them. Rushing, they were 197 yards, and the big portion of that was absolutely Fields. He crushed us. But the running backs done pretty much what they wanted to as well, except for that number. It's coming. Third down, the Jets 4 of 12. The Dolphins actually were 4 of 12 as well. At least that's what I've got wrote down. I may have messed that up. But on fourth downs, the Dolphins 1 for 1. The Jets 1 for 2. Total plays, 57 Jets, 56 Dolphins. Sacks, Tua stayed cleaned. Dolphins offensive line did protect him. No sacks today. And the Dolphins did get to Fields twice. One of those causing that number. You know it's coming. And this is the big number. Penalties. We talk about, especially on the preview stuff, I say it all the time, the Dolphins have got to quit making mistakes. Mistakes is killing this team. Tonight, mistake free. No turnovers and 6 penalties for 40 yards. 6 penalties, 40 yards. Now, did they have a couple of costly penalties? Yeah. But the Jets, 13 penalties for 101 yards. And, of course, that big number, 3 fumbles. Those fumbles absolutely crushed the Jets. And the game wasn't really as close as the score indicates. They did get a garbage touchdown with like a minute something left on the clock. Time of possession, 30-41 to 29-12. No biggie there as well. But we'll get into single stats for the Jets. Justin Fields had a proficient day other than the fumble. 20 of 27, 226 yards, and the touchdown. He did have the fumble, but he also added 81 yards on 7 carries, and of course, the long touchdown. He killed us with his legs, and we talked about that in the preview. That was what scared me about Fields, but he did do well with his arm. Like I said, 20 of 27, 226, and a touchdown. That's pretty efficient. Brees Hall, 14 carries, 81 yards. He had 5.8 yards per carry. Dolphins could not stop any type of running game today. He also caught 5 catches for 30 yards. Braylon Allen, of course, had that fumble at the goal line. Great job by Jones punching that out. He had 4 carries for 26 yards, 6.5 yard carry, but then you didn't see him anymore. He carried really that first drive. I don't know if the coach is trying to make a point since he fumbled the ball, but 6.5 yards a carry, put that boy back in and let him eat. That's just my opinion. I get that it was a costly fumble, but you're 0-3 at that point. You're 0-3. Let's go. Receiving, Garrett Wilson, 6 for 82 and a touchdown. And like I said, need to try to slow him down. Dolphins, that's pretty good numbers. It slowed him down a little, but nothing to brag about. I mean, Wilson had a really good night, had a great touchdown reception in the corner of the end zone, able to keep both feet in. Great catch, absolutely amazing. And then Mason Taylor, I think it's the rookie tight end, 5 for 65 yards. Defensively, they did nothing, and I am shocked. The defense, poor tackling, just really did nothing to help their offense out whatsoever. Miami done pretty much whatever they wanted to do offensively. And we'll get into that. Tua, 17 of 25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both of those touchdowns to one Darren Waller. Maybe I'm wrong. He didn't get a lot of playing time, but he got those 2 touchdowns. He's 6'6", and he's a big target, and both of those came inside the red zone. Tua was efficient, took care of the ball, and the guy that really played his heart out and has all season, Devon Achane, 20 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown. He also had a couple of catches. Hill, like I said, still was the leading receiver, 6 catches for 67 yards. Jalen Waddle, 3 for 48. And, of course, Darren Waller, 3 catches for 27 yards and those 2 touchdowns. That was big. And then on the defensive side, you had Jordan Brooks, who was all over the place. Hats off to him. And I think he's had a couple of games like that. 15 tackles Jordan Brooks had in this game, and he also had 3 assists. Jordan Brooks is playing his butt off as well, and those are the guys that I really want to pay attention to. The Devon Achanes, the Jordan Brooks, the Aaron Brewers. These guys, they haven't quit on this team, and that is saying something right now. That is how you turn something around. No, I don't think they're going to turn it around. Just a editor's note there. And then you had 2 sacks that they got. Tyrell Dodson and Rasul Douglas off of the corner blitz. And I think Rasul was the one that got the fumble strip. And then, of course, they had a 3rd fumble on the opening kickoff return. So 3 fumbles for the Jets tonight, and the penalties on top of that absolutely killed the New York Jets. Other than that, this game was dead even. Nobody looked better in any sense other than, and I can't say it a lot of times for Miami, but they looked better prepared and more disciplined than the New York Jets did. I don't get to say that very often, but yes, they looked more disciplined. They played like a team that everybody is on the hot seat, and they got the dub, and that's all that matters. They got the win and played efficient. Nothing really stands out about the Dolphins except forcing those 3 turnovers. Jones punching that ball out, that was effort. That wasn't just the Jets turning, Allen fumbled the ball, but that was a great play by Jones. Rasul Douglas sack. It was a great play. These fumbles weren't just fumbles where they just dropped the ball. It was the Dolphins making plays, and that is a part of football. And the Dolphins made them pay for it. They got scores off of them, all 3. So that is the difference in this ball game. Now, the Dolphins will play the Panthers next in Carolina. That is a very winnable game. And then all of a sudden, if they can do this, then you're looking at 2-3, and you got the Chargers coming into town, and the Chargers did not look good against the Giants. I'm just saying. So here we are. I'm saying, I've got that voice in the back of my head saying, don't fall for it. Your boy's going to fall for it. I'm just saying. I root for this team with my heart and soul, and I want to see them do well. And tonight, they played well enough to win this game. But the Jets lost this game more than Miami won it. Okay? I did not pick Miami to win this game. And did they show me something tonight? Not a lot. Not a lot. Still seem to be very slow in what they're trying to become. Now, with Hill out, do they make it more of a 2 tight end set? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to affect this team. In my heart of hearts, and I've said this when I was saying, I know they couldn't trade Tyreek. They're going to lose a ton of money. But there was times last year, and I feel that way this year. If Hill's not there, it very well could make this team a better team. And I know everybody's going to come at me in the comments, and that's okay. I get it. Is he the best player on our team? Yes, he's the best player on our team. But it's kind of that Diggs thing in Buffalo. If we're trying to force him the ball all the time, then there's other people. If he's not on the field, there is other people, and we'll see. It may completely fall apart without Tyreek Hill. But I feel like there's guys on this team that can step up. Jalen Waddle is ready. He's wanting to prove that he's a number 1 receiver in this league. So now he's got to step up and do it. Malik Washington, he's got to become that number 2 receiver. Westbrook, the wide receiver we got from Tennessee, he's a bigger receiver. It's going to be interesting, the dynamic there. Is Malik going to stay at that kind of slot spot, and Westbrook take that outside spot? Because he is a bigger receiver, but he's not got the speed of Malik Washington. So it may be interesting. Maybe Malik can play that Tyreek Hill spot of that inside. Let Waddle do Waddle. But I think there's a really good chance that this team can benefit right now from Tyreek not being there. And maybe I'm just, crazy. Leave a comment. Tell me I've lost my mind. It's okay. I understand where anybody is coming from. But for one night, for 1 week, we get to celebrate a win, and it still feels good. And I'm happy with this win. Just that discipline. That's where it's got to start. And the Dolphins done a very good job of just playing football tonight. And I still think the running game needs to come up just a little bit. I still think they need to run the ball a little more than what they are. And I think eventually that is going to open up spots for Tua. But until they commit to the run, teams are not going to respect it. So it was a good start tonight. Continue it next week against Carolina. And then you just see what happens. You see where the Chargers are at when they come in. You know, it's a long season that is left. And do I think we're going to do anything? No, I'm not delusional. But at the same time, at some point, there has to be a turning of the guard. Either you're going to play hard for the coaches that you have, or you're going to lay down and get them out of there and just let them get fired. And right now, every week, they are playing for their life. And tonight they get to live again. So, guys, make good decisions. And I don't know if I want to say fins up just yet. Maybe still fins future. We'll just go with fins up for the future. I'll see you guys in a couple, 3 days. And have a good night. Enjoy the win. And go Dolphins.